Coming up on Live at 6, residence halls start 24/7 security. We'll tell you why and how students are reacting.
President Trump is not cooperating with the House probe of his call with Ukraine. Find out how this impacts the investigation.
TV News starts right now.
Now, Citrus TV News Live at 6 starts with breaking news.
At least one person is dead after a car crash in Tully. Good evening, I'm Jenna Bree.
And I'm McElrath. The collision happened on Route 80 around 1:30 this afternoon. The Onondaga County Sheriff's Office says the crash involved a construction vehicle.
The route will be closed between Long and Vesper roads for the next few hours. Citrus TV will keep you updated as this story develops.
New at 6, we're learning why DPS is hiring 84 officers to patrol residence halls 24/7. The officers won't carry guns, but they will be trained security guards. Citrus TV reporter Ricky Sayer spoke to students to find out if they are looking forward to the increased security.
It's 5 p.m. and across campus, residence hall security is arriving for the night. Security coming in the form of a student who checks SUIDs to make sure students are in a building where they actually live.
Thank you.
But that security doesn't exist during the day, so as long as you know someone who can swipe their card or just catch an open door, you can walk right in, no one at the security desk to stop you, but that ends next semester. Someone will be sitting here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, it's annoying.
The change also means residents will need to sign in their guests all the time.
Like if I want to come to my friend's house in the middle of the day, them having to come down at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to sign me in and stuff. It's just, yeah, we all kind of think it's annoying, but like I said, we totally get it.
Other students holding firm things should stay as they are.
I mean, honestly, I feel like they could just keep it at the 5 p.m. sign-in.
Like, I'm a student here. We pay to be here. We don't have to have our SUID on us all the time.
You have to grow up. Like, you have to stop acting like you're 18 and being like it's so annoying to flash an ID when, like, there are mass shootings.
Taylor Scarpa also telling us she is looking forward to having trained security officers replace students at the security desk.
Because, like, I want the person at the door to be more official than me working the front desk. You know what I'm saying?
DPS Chief Bobby Maldonado telling us they aren't making this change due to any specific rise in crime.
There's always a potential where somebody might compromise the card access system in some way at 8 a.m. rather than 8 p.m.
Students understanding why the change is important while wishing it wasn't necessary. Ricky Sayer, Citrus TV News.
Muslim Student Life and Muslim Students Association will hold a lecture tonight for understanding Islam. Tonight's event discusses the topic of contemplation and submission. It will be held in room 114 in Byrd Library.
Mental Health Awareness Week continues today with guided meditation at the Barnes Center at the Arch. The event is free for students, and the next session is tonight at 7. Syracuse University's last event for Mental Health Awareness Week is tomorrow. However, the nation will continue to celebrate until Sunday. Syracuse University set a new record for Fulbright grant applications. SU officials say the school usually submits about 25. That number went up to 45 before yesterday's deadline. The semifinalists for the grants will be announced this January, and the winners will be announced at some point in the spring. Well, Amber, it was the perfect fall day today.
I know, it was a little chilly when I woke up, but I also have class at 8 a.m. Throughout the rest of the day, though, it was gorgeous. Now, Citrus TV weather anchor Carmella Boykin joins us live from the Citrus TV weather deck. Carmella, can we expect a perfect fall night?
That's right, guys. Tonight is definitely shaping up to be another perfect night, especially based on the weather right now. If you take a look behind me, we've got a beautiful sunset happening, just a few clouds in the sky, and nice, cool, chill temperatures with light winds. The temperatures tonight are going to hit, or the temperatures right now, are 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies, like I said, 7-mile-per-hour winds. And then checking our photo of the day sent in by Aaron Lyons. Thank you so much, Aaron, for your submission. We have some more nice dynamic clouds above Lyman Hall, and you can see the leaves changing to a nice orange color. and it was nice enough outside where you didn't need a jacket. Tonight, temps will drop down to 42 degrees, again with partly cloudy skies, bringing a perfect night with low wind speeds. But if you're headed outside, make sure you bundle up, just in case you catch a chill. Tomorrow, temps will be warm as well. At 9 a.m. we'll be at 47 degrees, but by 3 p.m. we'll warm up to 64 degrees, again with partly cloudy skies. That's all for now, but stick around and I'll tell you if these mild temperatures will stay throughout the weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carmella. The Cancer Services Program is offering free cancer screenings to uninsured residents in Onondaga County. As Breast Cancer Awareness Month continues, women over 40 are encouraged to get mammograms. Cervical cancer screenings are also available, and there are services for men as well. To find out if you're eligible, you can call the Onondaga County Health Department. Bankers Healthcare Group and JMA Wireless are moving to Syracuse, and they plan to bring 430 jobs with them. Leaders of both companies announced their expansion this morning. Bankers will build a new facility on Spencer Street, and JMA will renovate the Coin Building on Cortlandt Avenue downtown. Construction on the Coin Building will start in 2020.
Since 1983, the Daily Orange has worked out of the same house, but they will soon have to pick up shop and move to a different location. Citrus TV's Connor White spoke to the DO staff to find out why the house is so special to the paper and how they feel about the upcoming move.
The Daily Orange circulates thousands of physical copies available everywhere from the SU campus to the mayor's office in downtown Syracuse. So no matter where you are in Syracuse, you can find a copy of the Daily Orange. But this story isn't about where the paper goes, but rather where it comes from. Which would be this place right here. Welcome to 744 Ostrom Avenue, the home of the Daily Orange. This is the place where the DO staff write the paper, and it takes some time.
Probably spend about 45 hours a week.
Probably somewhere between 50 and 60 hours.
I probably spend about 50 to 60 hours.
That might be a little high. 40 to 50 hours.
The hours and the years have taken their toll on the house.
744 Ostrom Avenue has character.
And it's impossible not to see that character everywhere you look.
A thing when you walk in right away is that the walls and all the history of it. This house has been used for many years from people who, went on to become great journalists.
And making history can be exhausting.
I feel like I've felt every single range of emotion in this house.
But the house won't be here for long. In fact, it's the last thing standing on the 700 block of Ostrom Avenue. SU owns the land, and while the development project is a mystery, we know the DO house will be knocked down soon. But the paper is ready.
It's definitely bittersweet, but we're looking forward to the big move.
In about a month's time, they'll make the move down the street to the corner of Euclid and Ostrom. And though the DO staff is looking forward to making new memories,
it feels very fun and cool that we get to be the first staff to work in the new house.
They'll first have to pack up all this stuff. And of course, say goodbye. In Syracuse, New York, Connor White, Citrus TV News.
According to the DO's editor-in-chief, the university told them about the need to move well in advance. SU will continue to be the DO's landlord at the new location, and they will continue to pay the same rent.
A woman in Lee faces charges after allegedly leaving her dog in her garage without food and water. State police found the dog on Monday. A local animal hospital treated it for chronic malnourishment. The woman faces animal cruelty charges. She will appear in court next Wednesday. A chemical reaction forced the Syracuse Fire Department to send in the hazmat team. There are no injuries. The reaction happened in a West Taylor Street building around noon. The hazmat team neutralized the reaction, and the fire crew is back in service in less than 3 hours.
And Westcott Barber is moving to a new location next month, just down the street from its current spot. The owner says the new location allows them to expand, adding 3 more barbers to cut down on wait time. The shop will remain open until the move in November. Syracuse's stage's latest production is underway. The classic drama 12 Angry Men is a story of 12 jurors arguing over a 1957 murder case. The stage will be putting on the production and starting tonight until October 27th.
Racers, start your engines. The 48th annual Super Dirt Week begins today at the Oswego Speedway. $350,000 are on the table. Thousands of fans are expected at the event, which runs from now until Sunday.
Coming up on News Live at 6, President Trump announced he won't cooperate with the House's impeachment inquiry. Find out how this will affect the investigation.
And Turkey has launched a military operation in northern Syria. More on the implications of the strike when we come back.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV Newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
The Trump administration has told the House that they will not be cooperating with their impeachment probe. This comes after President Trump blocked U.S. Ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, from testifying about the Ukraine investigation.
He has also hired former Congressman Trey Gowdy as outside counsel. The White House sent a letter to Democratic leaders calling their inquiry unfair and unconstitutional.
Despite the White House's attempts to stonewall, Democrats say they will not hurt the inquiry.
Joe Biden is now calling for President Trump's impeachment.
He joins fellow Democratic presidential hopeful Elizabeth Warren in supporting the move. Biden had previously been more cautious about impeachment.
The probe into the Ukraine call started when President Trump pushed for an investigation into the former VP and his son.
Also out of Washington, the White House will soon pull out of the Open Skies Treaty.
The treaty includes more than 30 countries. It allows them to run unarmed surveillance missions above other countries' territories. This went into effect in the early 2000s. Ending the deal could change U.S. military surveillance over Russia.
Congressional Democrats criticized the decision to get out of the treaty. They called it, quote, yet another gift from the Trump administration to Putin.
The United States is not the world's most competitive economy anymore. Now that honor belongs to Singapore.
The news comes out of a yearly competitiveness report from the World Economic Forum. The trade war between the United States and China is being cited as a reason the U.S. slipped. Also rising in the rankings were Hong Kong and the Netherlands.
The German economy was rated as less competitive after ranking in third place last year.
According to the Senate Intelligence Committee, one of Russia's top propaganda agencies has increased its activity since the 2016 election.
Special counsel Robert Mueller indicated the St. Petersburg-based Internet Research Agency. The report states that the IRA has upped its social media presence lately.
This adds to concerns about possible foreign interference in the 2020 election. And the latest in the ongoing fight in Syria. Turkey has launched multiple airstrikes at Kurdish fighters in the country's northern region.
U.S. troops recently pulled back from the area, allowing Turkey to attack Kurdish forces that have long been allied with the United States. President Trump has since condemned the attack, saying the operation is a bad idea.
Turkish President Erdogan announced the campaign as part of an effort to, quote, prevent the creation of a terror corridor. People in the area are fleeing as a result of the attack.
Police in Germany are still searching for a suspect after 2 people were killed close to a synagogue.
The shooting happened as Jewish people celebrated Yom Kippur. The General Secretary of the United Nations called it a, quote, tragic demonstration of anti-Semitism.
A statement from German officials says there could have been 2 or 3 shooters.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver. The one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Temperatures across the state are pretty consistent here in New York. In Syracuse, we're at 56 degrees. And so is Ithaca, and Binghamton, and Elmira, and Rochester. The coolest is down in Cortland, where they're at 51. Fulton's at 54, and Penn Yan is at 55. Tonight, we'll drop down to a cool 42 degrees, partly cloudy skies and light winds. So if you're going out and you get cold easily, like myself, make sure you bundle up. But if not, you should be okay. Tomorrow we'll warm up to 66 degrees with mostly sunny skies and some light winds here and there. So another great day nearing right along the 70 mark. And for the rest of the week, things are also light. On Friday, we'll warm up to 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies. On Saturday, we'll see a few afternoon showers, but we'll be very close to 70 degrees. Sunday, we'll have mostly sunny skies as well as on Monday, where we'll again hit a high of 67. So if you haven't gone apple picking yet, if you haven't gone to the orchard, this weekend is the perfect weekend to do so while we're still in the midst of fall. And also, it'll be raining here over the weekend, and it'll also be raining on the coast. A nor'easter is brewing in the Atlantic, and it's expected to bring heavy rains, flooding, and strong winds this weekend. The most impacted will be Boston, all the way down to Atlantic City. So if you're headed down or you're headed home for a job interview, make sure that you're prepared. That's all I have for now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carmella. And holiday travelers, listen up. American Airlines won't be flying their Boeing 737 MAX planes until the middle of January.
The grounding of those planes could cancel up to 140 flights a day, following crashes in October of last year and March of this year, which killed over 300 people.
The plane is still awaiting clearance from the Federal Aviation Administration to get back in the air.
Coming up, Syracuse football is finally back and hitting the road ahead of Thursday night's ACC matchup with North Carolina State. Everything you need to know about that game and more. Sports on the other side.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love, love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
On a Saturday night this time last year, the eyes of college football turned their gaze to Syracuse as the Orange welcomed then number 22 NC State to the Dome. A 51-41 upset clinched bowl eligibility for the Orange, and the rest was history. Well, it's time for another primetime matchup against the Wolfpack as SU headed down to Raleigh today in advance of tomorrow night's game. This time around, there might not be as much fanfare, both teams sitting at 3-2, but a first ACC win for the Orange could go a long way as Syracuse starts a run of 7 straight conference games. Hear more from Dino Babers.
Probably we're in a better situation maybe with our quarterback situation than they are. But when you add up their defense, they've got some high-quality defensive players. They've got some running backs that can make some plays. They're playing at home. They're a hard team to beat at home. I think that this is a really pivotal swing game for both programs, and I think it's going to be a highly contested football game.
This time last year, both sides had quarterbacks generating NFL buzz in the Dome, but the situation under center looks much different now, particularly for NC State, as FSU transfer Bailey Hawkman will start his first career game under center. On the other side, Tommy DeVito is good to go after an injury scare against Holy Cross. The Wolfpack have outscored their opponents by 80 points at home this year, but some weekday magic could be in order as the Cuse is 15-3 in weekday games since 2010. And Syracuse lacrosse is getting a major boost in recruiting as 2025 star Owen Hiltz has decommitted from Denver and will play his college lacrosse with the Orange. Hiltz, a left-handed attacker from Peterborough, Ontario, is the number 3 recruit in Inside Lacrosse's 2020 rankings and was recruited by new offensive coordinator Pat March. To top it all off, Hiltz's high school number, 22. Controversy continues to embroil the NBA preseason in the fallout of Rockets GM Daryl Morey's tweet supporting protesters in Hong Kong. The Chinese government canceled an NBA Cares event Wednesday involving the Los Angeles Lakers in Shanghai, and a preseason game between the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets is still scheduled to be played Thursday, despite the Chinese state broadcaster CCTV saying it will no longer air the game. And Game 7 might be the best 2 words in sports, but Game 5 comes in a close second, and an NLDS double of Game 5s is underway in Atlanta. This one got away from the home team quickly, though. By the time the first Brave came up to bat, the score was 10-0. That's right, St. Louis tallied 10 runs in the first inning, tied for the most runs scored in an opening frame of a playoff game ever. Currently, it's 13-0 in the third. And out on the West Coast, the second NLCS participant will be decided between the Nationals and the Dodgers. The Nats have lost their last 3 elimination games, but Steven Strasburg is the man entrusted to break that streak, and he seems a good choice following a dominant performance in a Game 2 win. On the other side, Walker Buehler pitched a gem of his own in Game 1. First pitch in LA is at 8:37.
Now, Cam, the Orange are set to play tomorrow night. We've seen a couple of injuries. Who do you expect to see on the field?
Well, Tommy DeVito obviously had an injury scare against Holy Cross. He's good to go. Some other interesting players, mostly on defense, Ifeatu Melifonwu and Andre Sisco. We don't really know what their status is, but both of them are on the cusp of playing, and maybe even McKinley Williams, a defensive tackle who hasn't played all year.
All right, and you mentioned a new lacrosse recruit. So how does the team look like it's shaping up for lacrosse season?
Well, for this season, it's looking promising, but next season is really going to have a really talented trio of attacking players. Tucker Dordovic back this year. You've got transfer Chase Scanlon from Loyola, and now you've got Owen Hiltz. This team really is looking like it could contend the next couple of years.
Thanks so much, Cam. And coming up, we'll have another look at your weather. Stay tuned.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
All right, so Carmella, what should I wear tomorrow morning?
Well, that's a really subjective question because I've been getting a lot of shade for wearing a winter coat because I get cold easily. But if you're warm-blooded and you don't get cold easily, sis, wear whatever the heck you want. Maybe you should wear like a sweater, and it's in a sweater weather, so you can do that, right? Some leggings, or maybe like a little cute fit with some boots. So it's up to you.
All right, that's great advice.
Carmella, some of the temperatures lately, I'm like, oh, it's 60 degrees, it's going to be warm, and then it's so breezy and I'm freezing. So are we expecting those winds tomorrow as well?
Well, the good news is it's going to be light and it's going to be variable. So around 7 miles per hour is what you can expect, especially tomorrow morning. So as you wake up, especially as you go to class, like I said, 7 miles per hour. Around 9 a.m., it'll be 47 degrees, partly cloudy in the morning, but throughout the day, the clouds are expected to clear. And then throughout the rest of the week, things are looking pretty good. On Thursday, even though it's not game day, it'll be 44 in the Q Spirit, and the rest of the week will be sunny with some rain on Saturday.
All right, thanks so much.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Well, two people are really screaming at Wegmans.
They filed a lawsuit against the grocery store chain for allegedly mislabeling its vanilla ice cream. The lawsuit says Wegmans is committing food fraud by labeling its ice cream vanilla when it doesn't contain vanilla or vanilla extract.
The suit says the label should read vanilla flavored ice cream. Instead, Wegmans disagrees.
And you know what the solution for that is?
Buy chocolate ice cream.
Exactly. Now, guys, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I would definitely say vanilla, but it's got to have the vanilla beans in it. So I would have to say I'm with the people in the lawsuit on this one.
Exactly. I am a decided vanilla apologist. My favorite, you got to have the real stuff.
I really want to go get the vanilla ice cream and read the ingredients label because I want to know why it tastes like vanilla if it doesn't have any vanilla in it.
I think we should all just stop buying vanilla ice cream. The best flavor of ice cream is peanut butter.
I think that's a very
I know it's a hot take, but it's great. It's really great, trust me.
I'm not sure about that one.
It's my favorite.
I'm allergic to peanut butter, but like maybe with like almond butter. Would that be a thing?
Okay, I could try that. Well, I mean, I'm screwed because I can't even eat dairy. I can't eat dairy, so.
What's stopping anybody at this point?
Yeah.
And that's all the time we have for you on Citrus TV News today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm McElrath.
And I'm Jenna Bree. Have a great night, Syracuse.